Hi, welcome to DG Aerobatics. My name's Dan. I'm a display pilot and two-time British IMAC national champion. So first of all, very happy 2026. Hope you get lots of flying done. So I know it doesn't look like we're going to get much done today. We've got blizzards. It's absolutely freezing. So the topic of discussion today is just a little video on how to fly slow rolls. So I'm going to use my stick plane as an example. So I was first introduced to this sort of flying by the late great Brian Brotherton. Now he was an F3A absolute master, and he taught me how to fly back in the early 80s, and I used to watch him do beautiful slow rolls from horizon to horizon. In awe of Brian I was. So he would, when he'd take my plane up and help me to learn aerobatics, I'd say, "Oh Brian, can you please fly one of your slow rolls?" And he says, "Oh yeah, okay Dan, well how long do you want this slow roll to be?" And I would just watched him fly this slow roll from one end to the other, constant roll rate, beautiful pitch, same speed, same altitude, everything. Bearing in mind that was with a model that wasn't really geared up for that sort of thing in the first place. But they always look great. And if you don't want to throw your plane around doing 3D moves, or you've got a 40% or a warbird or a jet, or you just want to flow in, put in some lovely flying, fly some slow rolls in your displays and your general flying at the field. I always put them in, and they just look great. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll discuss kind of some of the things that help me when I fly slow rolls. All right, so the main thing is, so I demonstrate with my stick plane here, if I'm going to do a slow roll, first of all, what I want is the points to be exactly where I want them to be. I want the model to be inverted right in front of me. Cardinal points that I call them, like 90, 180, 270 and 360 are all equally spaced. I want the roll rate to be the same. I want the altitude to be the same, no pitch deviations and no speed deviations at all. So the initial roll input that you put in on your transmitter is going to set the roll rate for your maneuver. So if you put in a small amount of aileron, that's going to give you a beautiful slow roll. It may be more difficult to do if you've got, high aileron throw with not much expo, but with a bit of practice, you should be able to just put on a tiny bit of aileron and work it from there. You could do a bit of a quicker roll, or much slower from horizon to horizon, like the ones I like to do. Okay, so if you're going to start doing these, you want to, you can start them up high, you can do them down low when you get a bit better. So say I'm going from right to left and I'm rolling left, i.e. rolling towards me. What I'll do is I'll make sure my model's running at a decent speed. It doesn't have to be full throttle, but a good speed, which isn't going to show up too much kind of pitch deviations as I'm putting in the different controls. So I'm going to have it set at a decent speed. I'm going to check my plane. I'm going to go, right, yes, wings are definitely level, pitch is definitely level. I'm not starting the figure going down, I'm not starting the figure going up, unless I want to, that is. So initial check, wings level, pitch level. Engage a bit of left aileron, that's going to set my roll rate. As it's coming round to the 90 degrees, I'm going to be applying right rudder here, knife edge. Coming across, I'm still holding right rudder because we've still got an element of knife edge. I'm just easing off, perhaps putting in a bit of down now. Now this will depend on your model and your CG location. So I like a bit of a neutral CG on my plane, so I may not have to put much down elevator as it goes inverted. Keep it rolling. You're watching the roll rate. You may have to adjust just ever so slightly to keep it looking like it's rolling at a uniform rate. So coming round now to the next knife edge position, left top rudder, and then as she's coming round, she's still in that kind of knife edge attitude, so we're still holding on rudder but not as much, just feeding a bit of up if you have to keep the plane going on the same track, and then boom, release aileron. Alright, so as you get better at this, and particularly if you've got the wind blowing from behind or blowing towards you, you might have to feed in as it goes to knife edge. Say the wind was blowing towards me as I'm doing this, the model might blow towards me. So as I'm rolling left and applying right rudder, I might have to even put a bit of down in there, even though my model will be mixed perfectly. Just to fly it straight, I might have to put in a bit of up if the wind's blowing from behind me, just to keep it on track. Watch the model, the whole manoeuvre. To fly a decent slow roll, it's pretty difficult to do one that's absolutely beautiful. Okay? So there's a couple of little tips there that might help you. So what you can then do is try some rolling right. So right to left and rolling right. So I'll start here again, wings level, pitch level, decent speed. Start rolling right, left top rudder. I'm easing off the rudder, but I still need some because I've got an element of knife edge, a bit of down, smack right in front of me. Okay, then I'm gradually applying right rudder, easing off and holding up, boom, we've done. Okay, and that will be taking up however much space you want. Just make sure it is inverted in front of you, unless you're trying to, you know, make sure it's inverted over here on purpose, that is. All right, so you can try that both directions towards you, both directions rolling away from you. So when you get a bit better at that, you can then try doing slow rolls from inverted to inverted. So say I'm going to do that rolling, you know, I'm going from right to left and I'm going to roll right here. Whereas it would be an upright slow roll, you'd apply opposite rudder to aileron initially. On this one, you're applying the same direction rudder to aileron as she comes round to knife edge. So I'm starting here, same principles, wings level, pitch level, good speed, doesn't have to be full throttle. So I'm going to start rolling right. I may be applying a bit of down depending on my CG location. Starting to apply right top rudder, knife edge here. I'm watching. She's upright right in front of me. I may have to give it a bit of up. Still rolling right. Now I'm going to apply left top rudder here. Keep it rolling, still holding some left but easing off. And then I may have to just touch in some down to keep the track, release aileron, fly away into your turnaround manoeuvre. Alright, so you can try that. Again, opposite direction. You can try them rolling away from you or rolling towards you. And when you get better at that, you can start doing kind of partial rollers. Not rollers, partial slow rolls. We'll get onto rollers on another video, okay? So you could start your slow roll. You could come inverted, knife edge, boom, and then back again. Like a slow rebound. They look really good, quite classy in flight to see things like that. Okay, so when you get the hang of doing these slow rolls, I mean, they're related to point rolls. You're applying the same sort of direction on your controls, but it's all integrated into one smooth manoeuvre. Once you get the hang of that, you can then integrate that into rolling circles. Okay, so we'll get onto that in future. So flying's not all about 8 minutes of rifle rolling. To me, beautiful flying has got a lot of precision elements into it. When I see someone doing some slow rolls in their flights, some nice rollers, combinations like that. It always makes me watch their flight because it's just easy on the eye and it looks great. So practice that. Leave some comments down below. Let me know how you get on, if you need any more tips. And thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.